You know who's on the phone line right now? On the Mercedes-Benz Vans phone line is the quarterback of the New York Football Giants. He is back here on the Rich Eisen Show for the 2-0 New York Giants. He is none other than Daniel Jones. How you doing, Daniel?
Doing good, Rich. How you doing?
I am doing great. How's life for you at 2-0 right now, Daniel Jones?
It's good. It's good. We had 2 tough games, and happy to finish them both. But we understand there's a lot of work to do, and we're back at it, ready to go.
So let's just jump right into the Coach Daboll of it all. How has his injection into your life, into your quarterback room jet stream, changed things for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's been fun working with Dave. He's brought an energy and enthusiasm to the whole building. I think the guys have really grabbed onto and appreciated. But it's been fun working with him. He's a energetic guy. He's got lots of ideas, and he's always on. He always wants to talk football, wants to get on the same page and think about something we could, a check we could make or something we could do here or there that would help us out. And it's been fun working with him. I've learned a lot.
Do you have an example of him coming in and showing you something that you hadn't seen before, or something that turned a light bulb on over your head in a way? You got an example of that to pass along, Daniel Jones?
I don't know if there's a example. I mean, I think early on in the spring, I realized as we were practicing against our defense and just installing the offense, how quickly he wanted to start, adding new things here or there, or adding a variation to a certain route or a check versus a certain look to build into the system and for guys to go ahead and get repped and learn as part of, kind of that base level install. I think that was good for us there, and I realized kind of how he thought about football, how he saw certain situations, and trying to get us in the best look possible and give us an advantage.
Well, I just know Daniel Jones from talking to my friends and who live back out east where I grew up, right around Staten Island and all the other 5 boroughs in New Jersey, is the decision to go for 2 in week 1 was so jarring to the Giants fan base. It was so audacious and risky, but also aggressive, that it invigorated them, and the fact that it obviously worked out was even better. What was it like for you when walk me through that moment when Brian Daboll, you score the touchdown to essentially tie the game, and he's like, we're not tying, we're going to go up, we're going to go for 2. What was that moment for you, Daniel?
Yeah, I mean, I think myself, as long as the rest of the players, I don't think we were really surprised by it at all. I think he's been clear really since he's gotten here. He's going to be aggressive and put us in those, give us those opportunities to win the game down the stretch. Whether it's a 4th and short, giving us a chance to go for it, or that situation of 2 points to win the game. As players, you want to be in those situations. You want to have a chance to win the game. Down there at the end of it. So. We appreciate that, and I don't think any of us were surprised by that call there.
Then what was it like when you hit it? And then obviously Bullock missed the field goal, and it resulted in a win, a 1-0 start, because the folks that I know who cover the team say they just gave there's just a different air in the building after that than previous years, Daniel.
Yeah, I think there was. I mean, I think there was a lot of it was a fun celebration in the locker room after the game, and a game where we had to come back down the stretch, and certainly wasn't perfect. A lot of things, we didn't do as well as we had hoped, but we were able to kind of grit it out and find a way to win down there down the stretch. So that felt good, and we certainly enjoyed it. But I think we understood it, moved on pretty quick, and we got to do the same thing this week. I think we have.
Daniel Jones here on the Rich Eisen Show in advance of Monday Night Football on Westwood One. John Mara, one of the owners of the team, signs the checks in the non-playing season, talking about you and your tenure there in New York, said that the team, quote-unquote, did everything to screw the kid up, meaning you, since you came off the campus at Duke, and that was a vote of confidence in your favor. What did you think of when you heard that comment from John Mara, Daniel Jones?
Well, I mean, I think, as a quarterback and, personally, I feel responsible for, I'm fully responsible for my play, and we haven't won enough games here the past few years, so I feel responsible for that. So I think that's kind of where my head is, and where my focus was when I heard those comments, and I think that's been my approach to make sure we're in a different situation going forward.
Well, I mean, how has Daboll provided the stability that Mara said he wanted? And again, I know it's just 2 games in, and you got a huge Monday nighter against the Cowboys, but it's been several weeks months since he's been there, and you were rehabbing a neck injury. How has Daboll brought that stability in your estimation, Daniel?
Well, I mean, I think he's brought an energy. He's brought a confidence, and I think guys feel that, and guys respond to that well. So it's been a competitive culture here. I think that was one of the big things he wanted when he brought in. And he was clear with us that he wanted a competitive culture where we were out competing every day at practice and pushing each other to get better. So I think that's been a big part of his goal for us.
And what about you, Daniel? I mean, there's so much question about your tenure in New York and your future there. How have you been compartmentalizing this whole process?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think at the end of the day, it's about winning games. I think it's really the truth. It's not just cliche that, if we win games, it'll all take care of itself. And that's kind of been my focus. So as a quarterback, I've got a job to do and a job for this team. So I feel like if I put the team in a position to win games, then things will work out.
What's the challenge from the Cowboys for you?
They're a good defense. They're fast and physical. I think it starts up front with their pass rush. They've got some good players up there for sure, and guys in the back end who can make some plays. So, we'll be ready for them. I think it's going to be a 4-quarter game. They all are. These are, tough divisional games. It'll be fun to be at home in front of the home fans, and kind of be a fun stage for Monday night.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
we're looking forward to it.
Yeah,
for sure.
Well, I mean, the home fans, maybe they, not selling their secondary tickets to market to Cowboys fans. It seems like they're loud the first 2 weeks, like they're showing up. At least, obviously you were in Tennessee to start, but it seemed like a different atmosphere against Carolina. Would you agree with that, Daniel?
Yeah, absolutely. I think you could feel it. You could feel the energy, and it was rocking. So I'm looking forward to getting out there Monday night.
A lot of circles on number 11 in your meetings this week.
Yeah, he's a good player for sure. He's a good player. Can do a lot of different things. Obviously rushing the passer, but just his speed and knack for getting to the football, definitely leaps off the tape. So we'll be ready for it, but he's certainly a good player.
For those who may not know, number 11 is Micah Parsons. I just decided I should let my audience know that. Daniel, you're smart enough to know that.
They should probably know that by now.
They should know that. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Before I let you go, do you got a good Coach K story? You're 6'5". Did he ever tap you on the shoulder and say, "Let's play basketball"? Did that ever happen with you, Daniel?
I wish. My brother actually did a 5th year at Duke, played hoops for him last year, so I got to go to some of those games and kind of be around a little bit. But I don't know if I have a great story. I remember when they came up here, played Kentucky in the Garden last year. I got to sit down with them and talk, and it was just my family and my brother, and we just hung out in the hotel lobby and talked for 45 minutes, which was pretty cool for me just to hear his stories and hear him speak. But he's a unbelievable leader, and there's no wonder why he's that successful. So
he never went to Coach Cutcliffe and say, let's give Daniel a little guard play. What would you play? Guard, forward, 6'5", anything like that?
I don't know. I think he was all set at guard. They had R.J. Barrett and those guys. And Dion was there. They didn't need my help.
No, R.J. Barrett was able to hold it down, I think. Yeah,
right. R.J., Kennard, all those guys. For some reason, they never tapped me in.
Okay, so what do you tell the Big Blue faithful that's over the moon right now about this 2-0 start and seeing Saquon run like Penn State? And I'm sure again, Micah Parsons, another Penn Stater, would like to stop this train. But what do you say to the Big Blue faithful that's over the moon over this 2-0 start right now? Daniel Jones?
Yeah, I mean, we certainly appreciate the support, and I know this fan base is hungry for wins. We understand that and we feel that, but at the same time, I think we understand there's a lot of work to do for us, and we're determined to do it. We're working on improving every day, and making sure we're putting the best team on the field every week that we can. And guys have that attitude. They're excited. We're confident, but understand there's a lot to do.
Daniel Jones, thanks for the time. Greatly appreciate it on a Friday before a huge game for you. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Rich. Appreciate it.
Right back at you. That's Daniel Jones, quarterback, New York Giants, 2-0 Giants, 1-1 Cowboys. Saquon Barkley, Penn Stater.
Big game.
Micah Parsons, Penn Stater.
Yep.
Eli Manning, Penn State walk-on.
Ohio State.
That was amazing.